शंकर जी की परीक्षा, गुरु की परीक्षा, तो जब बोलने का मेरा सिर्फ आज के दिन में ये है कि मेरे को सबसे प्रेरणा का स्रोत हमारे गुरु जी है। हमारा गुरु जी, उनको देखता हूँ मैं, उनके जीवन को जब मैं देखती हूँ, मैं अपने बारे में कुछ नहीं जानना चाहता, कुछ नहीं बोलना चाहता, तो देखता हूँ उन्होंने किस तरह बड़ा गुरु जी के लिए पूरा जीवन समर्पित किया, सारा जीवन। ये हम लोग सोच के कल्पना भी, हम लोग उनका भावना, उनकी श्रद्धा भक्ति जो बड़े गुरु जी के लिए है, कितना लोग आया चला गया, गुरु जी ने एक ही भाव से, एक ही निरंतर, मैं बड़ा गुरु जी का, हमने हमेशा सुनता है बड़े गुरु जी का आदेश है, इसको पालन करना है। जो उनकी अनन्य श्रद्धा भक्ति, असंभव, ये करना असंभव है। कितना उतार चढ़ाव आश्रम का, जीवन का, गुरु जी का मैंने एक समान ही सब परिस्थिति में, सब भक्त लोग जानते भी है, यही बार बार हम नमन।
Karmapath. Each individual in this world performs some work, but to leave one's ego and work selflessly is the purpose of life. We should always dedicate the fruits of our action to God. Kripa, Kri means to get God's blessing, we need to do our jobs and duties. To make God happy, we must work sincerely and dedicatedly. But the question is, how should we work to make God happy? Guruji, I asked Guruji, what should I do to make God happy? Baro Guruji, you perform your duties and pray to God. You always dedicate the fruits of your action to God. Guruji, we have not seen God, but we have seen our Guru. Guru is the symbol of God. He is the Brahma Swarup. I decided to work the way Guruji ordered me to do, because Guru is the symbol of God. Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, Guru Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahm, Tasmai Shri Guruve Namah. For example, if a person goes for an examination, he should never pray that my examination should go well, because he should not expect his results. Rather, he has to realize that whatever God, does is best for him. Similarly, if we start a journey to a place, we just need to inform our Guru. Once he becomes aware, he'll clear the obstacle and hurdles present in the path. If we like to conduct certain religious activities, we need to follow the process written in the manual or scriptures. To perform the work as per our own wish is not correct. For example, there are certain steps to follow while driving a car. Like when we start car, we do not change the gear immediately from first to top. Slowly and gradually we move to higher gears. Similarly, there is a process to perform every activity. If we work in the prescribed manner without having any intentions and motives, our work will be accomplished. Kripa. When we get God's grace, Pangu Langathe Giri, Murakham Karati Vacham, a crippled person can cross the Himalaya mountain and an illiterate person can speak like a learned. Therefore, without God's grace, we cannot perform any activity. Now, God is not in front of us, so whether He is happy or not, how do we know? God said, I am happy when you become happy and content from inside. For example, if we worship God or perform a job, in turn we feel happy, peaceful and pure from inside, means God is also happy with the performance. If these three things are present after performing a job, implies God is also satisfied with us. For example, after retirement, a person feels grateful to God for successfully accomplishing his duties and responsibilities. Because number of obstacles are present in one's job life, and to overcome these hurdles without God's grace is just impossible. He feels he is content as because he has successfully completed his job tenure. Whether he got something in return to job he performed is immaterial. For example, someone has retired with huge amount of money whereas other person couldn't save that amount of money but he is content and satiated from inside. This feeling is more important and has great value. At the end of the job, if we are satisfied, means we have been able to satisfy God. For example, a group of people came from pilgrimage. They have successfully completed an impassable journey without any obstacle or hurdles on their path. And ordinary people will be surprised to know how they have completed such journey. They have successfully completed the journey as because they have faith on their Guru. They have continued this journey with the faith that God is with us. This faith or belief is dharma moolam. The blessing we get from God will depend on the amount of faith and belief we have on God. If our faith is weak, we will take long time to reach the goal and the journey will also be troublesome. On the other hand, strong faith will help to reach the goal very fast. If God becomes happy, we develop faith, and vice versa means if God is not happy, we lose faith and might say that I prayed so hard to God, but still God didn't listen to me. But the fact is, God will be satisfied with someone based on their faith and belief. There was huge flood which smashed entire Kedarnath region. Kedarnath was no more a religious place. People who visited the temple ate non-vegetarian food, drank, gambled and used to discuss all family matters. No one was interested to worship God, rather it has become a tourist place. God became annoyed and in one shot the entire area of Kedarnath was smashed away. What happened in Kedarnath was Chief Minister of the state went in afternoon to visit Baba's temple. The temple door was closed during that time. The priest and all other people tried to stop him and said, "It is Baba's time to take rest, do not disturb him." But the minister did not listen to them and made his own rules that God never sleeps and there is no time for him to take rest, opened the door of the temple in the afternoon. After this incident was huge devastation of Kedarnath temple. We ordinary people feel that God is made up of stone and cement, but we are unable to see the power or huge strength present within the idol. Guruji, similar thing happened in ashram as well. Once an MLA came to visit our ashram. During that time the temple was closed. Guruji allowed him as we came to ask Guruji's permission, but later Guruji told us very strictly that do not allow anyone when Baba is taking rest. He is the controller of this world and we should follow his rules only. If for some person we have to keep the door of the temple open, then we should take Baba's permission. For example, during Shivratri, the temples remain open for 24 hours after taking permission from Baba. These kind of numerous incidents we have seen in our life. On the other hand, if God is pleased, He gives His grace to us. For example, a poor Brahman managed to save money to visit Kedarnath and Badrinath temple after lots of difficulties. He visited Kedarnath temple first as because it closes early. He next went to visit the Badrinath temple. When he reached Badrinath temple, he found that the priest of the temple had closed the door of the temple. He requested him to open the door as he has come from very far. He had to cross numerous hurdles and obstacles to reach the temple. After getting sight of the god, only he leave the place. The priest said, the temple will open after 6 months. It is going to remain closed during the extreme cold weather. You better go back. But the poor Brahman was trying hard and prayed to God that I managed to arrange some money to get your vision, so please allow me to get your sight. Suddenly he saw the priest has come with some food and a blanket for him. Brahman was tired. He ate food and wrapped the blanket around him and went to sleep. After 6 months, the priest came to open the door of the temple. He saw nobody was sleeping at the he saw somebody was sleeping at the door of the temple. He woke him up and found that was the same poor Brahman who came to visit the temple 6 months ago. Priest said, "You are still alive?" The Brahman said, "Yes. You came yesterday evening and gave some food and blanket. After having food, I went to sleep and you woke me up today morning." This means the Brahman spent 6 months in a single day with God's grace. God did not make him realize that he spent 6 months, rather, he felt it was just a day. The priest bowed to him. He said, "I left this place 6 months ago after talking to you. I did not come. God Himself came in my form and helped you to spend this extreme weather in a single day." The Brahman had obtained God's grace due to his strong faith and belief on God. God has given him the strength to bear the extreme weather conditions. To get God's grace, one has to work hard and the inner feelings has to be pure and simple. Bhagwan said, "Murakham karati vacham pangu langathe giri." God's grace can make an impossible possible. We must develop the inner feelings that all our work is possible because of God's grace. This will overcome any kind of extreme or difficult conditions, so an individual needs strong faith and work hard. Kripa, our actions will give God's blessings, so we need to work hard with complete faith and belief on God. This will help to accomplish our job successfully.